The crown passes on. King Felipe names Princess Leonor de Borbon Ortiz as future queen in an emotional ceremony. The world watched in awe as history unfolded inside Madrid's royal hall, a moment decades in the making and destined to define the future of the Spanish monarchy. With golden sunlight streaming through the palace windows and the sound of the royal anthem echoing through the chamber, King Felipe VI, his voice trembling with pride, officially declared his eldest daughter, Princess Leonor de Borbon Ortiz, the future Queen of Spain. It was not merely a formal act of succession. It was a symbolic passing of the torch, a generational moment charged with emotion, legacy, and promise. And for Spain, and indeed, for monarchists around the world, it was the moment that Princess Leonor stepped out of her father's shadow and into her destiny. A moment that captured the world's heart. Dressed in an elegant white suit by Spanish designer Carolina Herrera, Princess Leonor stood with grace beyond her 20 years. The hall was filled with the nation's political leaders, foreign dignitaries, and members of the royal family. But all eyes were on her. When King Felipe took the podium, his words resonated with the weight of both duty and love. Spain's future rests in hands that are young, but wise, gentle, but strong, he said, glancing at his daughter. Leonor, today you take your first step as heir to the crown, not as a symbol, but as a servant of our people. It was an emotional declaration that brought tears even to Queen Letizia's eyes. The queen, known for her composure, was visibly moved as her daughter stood to take her solemn oath to uphold Spain's constitution, defend its democracy, and serve its citizens faithfully. The princess who grew up before a nation. For years, Spaniards have watched Leonor grow from a shy young girl into a confident young woman ready to embrace leadership. Born on October 31, 2005, she has lived her life under the public gaze, every step of her journey chronicled with fascination. Educated in Spain and the United Kingdom, most notably at the prestigious UWC Atlantic College in Wales, Leonor's upbringing was carefully curated to prepare her for a life of duty. Her recent completion of military training at the General Military Academy of Zaragoza proved pivotal in shaping her public image. There, she earned the respect of her peers and superiors, showcasing resilience and leadership in a traditionally male-dominated environment. When she appeared in uniform for the first time, saluting with confidence, the Spanish press dubbed her, La Princesa Soldado, the soldier princess. A ceremony rich in symbolism. The investiture ceremony itself blended centuries-old tradition with modern sensibilities. The Spanish flag draped behind the royal family, the ceremonial sword of the crown on display, and the royal guard salute reminded everyone of Spain's deep-rooted heritage. Yet, there was a palpable sense of renewal, a modern monarchy embracing a new chapter. As Leonor received the Collar de la Orden de Carlos III, Spain's highest civil distinction, the hall erupted in applause. Her acceptance speech was short, poised, and heartfelt. I will dedicate my life to serving Spain with integrity, respect, and compassion. My generation believes in unity, progress, and the shared strength of our diverse nation. I will do my best to honor the trust you have placed in me. In that moment, it became clear, Leonor was not just inheriting a crown, she was inheriting a mission. The emotional side of royal duty. Behind the regal glamour, however, lies the deeply human story of a young woman stepping into a role that carries immense pressure. Those close to the royal household have often spoken about King Felipe's efforts to ensure Leonor's childhood remained as normal as possible. Yet, from an early age, she was aware that her destiny was unlike anyone else's. Observers noted the touching moment during the ceremony when father and daughter exchanged a private smile. It was a look of mutual understanding, an unspoken acknowledgement of what it means to wear the crown. King Felipe himself faced similar emotions in 2014, when he ascended to the throne after his father, King Juan Carlos I, abdicated. Now, as Felipe's reign matures, he appears ready to guide Leonor through the delicate balance between tradition and progress that defines modern royalty. Public reaction. Pride, hope, and renewal. The response across Spain has been overwhelmingly positive. Crowds gathered outside the Palacio Real waving flags and chanting, "Viva Leonor!" Social media lit up with messages of pride and affection, as citizens hailed her as a symbol of a new era. Political analysts described the event as a strategic reaffirmation of the monarchy's relevance. With Spain's younger generation increasingly favoring transparency and modernization, Leonor's approachability and empathy could prove pivotal in maintaining national unity. Even critics of the monarchy found themselves captivated by her sincerity. She embodies the best of Spain's future, one commentator noted. Educated, principled, and grounded, Leonor represents a generation that values both heritage and progress. A global royal rising star. Princess Léonor's growing prominence has also elevated her on the international stage. Her poised appearances at global events, from her first solo engagement in Girona to her diplomatic meetings with other European royals, have drawn comparisons to other young heirs such as Denmark's Prince Christian and Britain's Princess Charlotte in future years. Royal watchers have been quick to notice her natural diplomacy, linguistic skills. She's fluent in Spanish, English, and Catalan, and studies French and Arabic, and her ability to connect authentically with people. Many believe she could become one of Europe's most influential royal figures in the coming decades, an ambassador not just for Spain, but for a modern vision of monarchy itself. The crown of the future. As the ceremony concluded, the royal family appeared together on the palace balcony, waving to thousands gathered below. The bells of Madrid's cathedrals rang out across the city, marking a new dawn. Queen Letizia, standing beside her daughter, whispered words that cameras couldn't catch, but the emotion on her face said everything: pride, hope, and maternal love. In the crowd, young girls waved flags adorned with Léonor's image, their eyes filled with admiration. For them, she is more than a princess, she is proof that leadership can be graceful, feminine, and strong all at once. The beginning of a new era. Spain's monarchy has weathered many storms, political transitions, societal shifts, and moments of scrutiny. Yet, this ceremony reminded the world why monarchies endure: their ability to adapt, inspire, and unite. Princess Léonor's ascension as the designated heir is more than a constitutional duty, it's the renewal of a legacy. As she prepares to take her place in history, she does so not as a relic of the past but as a bridge to the future. King Felipe's emotional words still echo: "The crown is not an ornament, it is a service." And today, I see that service reflected in my daughter. The world witnessed a father's pride, a nation's faith, and a young woman's destiny taking shape. The crown may be heavy, but on Princess Léonor's shoulders, it gleams with promise.